Hello everyone, this is Greg Talks, and today, per your request, I am going to teach you how to take notes with the Cornell note-taking system. So the Cornell note-taking system, just to give you guys a little background on my experience with it, I learned it back in middle school. They told us it was a method of note-taking that helped to organize our ideas and thoughts on the paper without making it so disorganized to the point where we couldn't understand it, but also making it a lot simpler so as when you go back to it, you can find the information a lot easier when you're trying to review for a specific test or assignment or whatever project you're working on. So right now I'm just going to kind of break down how you set this up on your paper, and then I'll explain to you what goes in each section. I will be posting links in the description for you to check out and do research on your own. So if you want to use this in a different way, you can. So first to start, you want to draw, or if you have a piece of paper, just get like a ruler out. You want to draw a straight line all the way down your paper like this, but not all the way down. You just want to do it close to the bottom. And I'm going to explain the reason why shortly. Then you want to draw another line across this one at the top of your page. Let's see, like this. And then at the bottom of your page, you want to draw a line down here like that. And the reason I divided the paper up in these specific sections, for one reason, is to give each part of your notes a specific organized category. So the first category here, this is where your name, date, class name, and teacher's name goes. So every time you do the Cornell note system, you want your class name, teacher's name, and so forth to go in this section always, just something general. And at the top of your page, you want the subject of your class to be written here. Obviously, this is once again for organizational purposes. And then getting to the meat of this, so the reason why I told you to divide the paper up into 3 sections, barring these 2 sections, is because this will allow your notes to be a lot more streamlined and a lot easier to understand. So in this area, this is where you would put key terms and definitions. If you have like a history class, science class, or whatever class you're taking at the time, this will always serve as a guide to know that, okay, when I see the content, I know it identifies with this specific key term and definition. In this section, this is where your definitions and general descriptions of the terms go. So this whole big area here is basically where you take normal notes. I personally use a lot of shorthand when I take notes. That works very well for Cornell because if you are an overly detailed note taker, I'm not telling you that that's wrong, but you should try to shorten the amount of words that you put for a specific key term just to make it easier and make your paper more easily readable. There are specific shorthand terms like 3 dots for the word therefore, and use an ampersand symbol like that. For two, use the number 2, and so on and so forth. You can use things like parentheses or quotation marks to emphasize importance for specific things in your notes. Yeah. And then something else you can do here is to create like arrows to show different connections to different words on the page. This will just help your eyes to just immediately go to where you need to go when you're returning to the page, which is why I said this method of note-taking is very essential for review, and specifically for when you're studying for things like tests and exams. And then lastly, down here, as you can see, I did not do a great job at placing this, but I'm just going to place it up here and extend this line back a bit. And in this section, this is your summary section. Now here, this section is specifically for review only. So you should only fill this section out after class is over or after your lecture is over. Because when you reflect on the information, it shows that you know what you took notes on, and it shows that you're able to regurgitate the same information. And in the summary, it should only be about 2 to 3, maybe 5 sentences just summing up what you took notes on. Now, to go into the other 2 sections I saw that I said earlier, like the key terms and definitions and the note-taking section, which is this big area here, the key terms and the definitions, you should do this before class starts and during class. So the reason I say before is because writing things like questions, who, what, where, and why in this section will help you. So when you're going through the lecture, your brain automatically has set down different points for you to write down, okay, this is where the teacher is talking about the how, this is where the teacher is talking about the why. And then obviously during the note-taking section, you want to do this during the lecture. And that's essentially it. Of course, don't forget to number each page you do this on. And you will find that, it'll take a little bit of time to develop a habit of like drawing this out, but you will find that your notes will be a lot more organized and a lot easier to read when you return to them. I will, like I said, be posting descriptions of the Cornell note-taking system down below, so if you want to go and search up the links to get a better understanding of how it works, you can do that. I definitely hope that this has made note-taking a lot easier for you guys that are in school right now, or I guess more specifically at home right now. And please share with me in the comments if you have any questions about this note-taking system. Feel free to just put whatever you want, or just like, a nice comment if you want to thank me for doing this vid. So yeah, I hope that this helps, and if you guys want me to make any other content regarding school, please let me know on the School Amino, on Amino, or on YouTube. Thank you.